Hi! Hey! We would like to introduce our GreenCov project that's starting exactly here at Swanswell Park. The initiative came from young people who got tired of seeing litter all around the Coventry. To reduce environment pollution, we decided to do a cleanup event in Coventry as part of World Cleanup Day 2019.
Together with other volunteers, we cleaned the Swanswell Park and surrounding areas. These are one of the favorite green places in the city center, but often not the cleanest ones at all. We were surprised by responsiveness of people who came even from Warwick and Leamington Spa to clean Coventry, and the kids who voluntarily wanted to help us. Coventry College area was a bit of a surprise for us. We did well, and we are ready for a World Cleanup Day 2020. Is it really an environment where we want to live in? No, we don't think so.
To understand more about environmental challenges the Earth is facing nowadays, youth from Coventry organized Erasmus Plus project Back to Greenland, where 42 young people from 6 countries explore the world's biggest island, Greenland. We learn from Mother Earth and its raw and pure nature. We exchange ideas and sustainable practices. Interacted with Greenlandic people and kids who positively engage with us, and we got to know them really well. Living in Greenland is challenging due to harsh environment and unpredictable climate. When we visit Greenland in November, there were just -2 degrees.
Normally we have about 20-25 minus now.
We have no ice in the harbor. Normally the harbor is closed now. We have no ice.
On the way to Glacier, the local people showed us places that were covered with ice about 15 years ago, but it took us almost an hour by bus to get to the place where the glacier begins today. We asked local resident Chris to share his thoughts.
We are the first one to see all these changes, so it's going to affect us first, and then eventually the rest of the world will see it. But here, people, they are pretty much depending on the climate. So for us to see that there are so many people that don't care about it, we just feel like, okay, in the end, you don't really care about us. So please do something about it. Don't use plastic. Use recycled stuff. Support the movement.
Unfortunately, Greenland is facing their own issues as well. They do not have waste disposal facilities in towns. They have it only in 6 larger cities. In others, the waste is dumped in landfills and everything is burned, with all the fumes going into the air, and the garbage is often blown kilometers away.
I would wish that we had a factory or a plant that could burn the garbage at the right temperature instead of just baking a big bonfire. Mm-hmm. In the bigger cities, they have plants where you can burn your garbage at the right temperature, so it's less pollution as possible. But we don't have it in here. You don't have it in the small settlements, only in the big cities. Actually, they put money aside for it in '92 when the Americans left, but the money was spent for something else in the government.
However, here in Coventry, we have these possibilities, but often we have just irresponsible attitude against nature. Now it's time to think about our own way of living and try to change it to a more sustainable one.
We are concerned about massive overconsumption. Therefore, we decided to raise awareness about unnecessary use of resources, particularly junk mail. We created a sculpture made from junk mail called Tree of Junk that was collected from local community, and surprisingly, 9 of 10 people said that they usually throw them immediately away. The Tree of Junk initiative was expressed through a cross-generational exhibition program presented at various venues as part of Green Week. We also made quiz so people can take a guess on how long does it take for specific items to decompose in natural environment. We interacted with local community and asked their opinion on how we can live more sustainable.
when I go shopping, I always take a spare carrier bag in my handbag. I don't just take one, I take two, because twice it's happened that I've been behind somebody in the queue and they've said, oh yeah, I need a carrier bag, and I've said, oh, it's all right, I've got one, you can have this one. And I just think it's only one carrier bag, but if everybody did it, it would be a lot of carrier bags, wouldn't it? It's make and do and mend. In the old days when you'd I think we've got into a throwaway society, and instead of mending something, you would just throw it away and go and buy new things. Whereas now I think I try and think about what I can do to make it different or better or usable. It's just about thinking, instead of just dumping things all the time and throwing them away, to sort of think about what you're going to do, what you can do to save things, what you can do to help.
To show how we can reuse the junk mail, we made postcards from used junk mail and added seeds so the card can be planted at home afterwards to have freshly grown salad leaves. This is the card we send to Greenland kids with hope to inspire them on how to use materials and resources creatively. We think that Coventry can be a green and clean place, so let's make a change and support each other.
Save the world, there's not a planet B.